Boy, what was that? That's so cool. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. That's his cover. Like, you know, this is the way he's covering up what he's doing. So yeah, he might be exploding the labs, but at the same time, the people aren't going missing as such. Because obviously he's adapting their minds, he's adapting everything about them. Like, and the chemicals are turning into a voice inside their heads, right? So the way he's changing their brains and manipulating it all, and whichever way you want to go about it, right? So, as we go into this, you want to die head first or no head at all. Ain't no encore, so you better think twice, man. As in, like, there's no way you're going to relive this a second time, man, so you better make the most of this one jump you've got. Today's the day you'll be granted one wish. You want to fly? My friend, you'll fly with the pigeons. I'll draw a line down your back, just to keep the fucking scalpel straight. Don't make me break my... Fuck. Head first. This is your moment, so you better be sure. So I'm assuming he has a scalpel going down the very seams of their back, ripping the skin open to give them wings, allowing their biological and mental chemicals to manipulate everything to their dreams, to the highest depths, to the point where they're not even thinking humanly anymore. They're just thinking on a spectrum way above that, where their physical forms will die, but the mentally, they'll not die. They probably won't even feel it. It'll just be like a new form or a new higher pleasure to them, or whichever way you want to go about it. And yeah, so yeah. And then this is your moment, so you better be sure, don't miss your big shot. Flap them arms till you paint a new hood for your car. Like, yeah, it's gonna keep flapping and flapping and flapping. You'll fly, you'll get there, you will. And straight into the car, straight into the hood, man, just splattering on the floor from it all. So it looks like a suicide. It looks like you jumped from your work building or a building in general, so you didn't really get experimented upon or even caught, because it just all looks like a suicide attempt for like the big business people or the rich people, or whichever way you want to go about it. Or like people he's wronged, or whichever way you want to go about it, man. I don't want to make a fortune. Nah, I'm in search of so much more. I want to leave a good impression. Watch these worthless people soar higher than eyes can see. Let it blind all their faults, blind all their past mistakes. I'm here to show who they really are. Yeah, he's there to show them their highest desires, their highest fantasies, and in the end to kill them because of it. Or to kill themselves because of it, even. But at least they're dying in a place where they're at the happiest, or at the highest peak or point of their lives. At the process, yes, it's fucked up, but at the same time, this is his work. This is his delusion, that he thinks he's doing so much good by showing them their highest heights, their sorest of sorest heights, but at the same time killing them in the process, or getting them to kill themselves in the process. And yeah, craziness, right? Absolute craziness. Yep. Oh, mate, there's loads, mate. Look at. Oh, it's almost quiet. Can't ask him, man. Did you think it would be justified? Was every trial because That is crazy, man. That is absolutely like... I want to go. Let's go back a little bit. that was cool. I like that. That's cool. That is cool. That is cool. Like it's like it's a total mindfuck in terms of like, you know, the way it's lyricked out. Like there's so much into this. But still, and what a night to be a pigeon. On such a night we'll perch in the trees and drink to what we've done. On such a night we'll crowd the streets and shit on everyone. Pities for those without reason. Small world for a man with a small mind. So yeah, as in like he's like eventually, or even literally, man, he wants to perch from the sky to look down upon the world like he's always looked down upon them, because in his head he's always been smarter. He's always been that person to look at the global picture rather than the individual picture. Whereas most of us are locked within our like individual views. He's kind of trying to see how this whole thing works out, trying to see the whole evolution of humans and to see what he can do. Yes, it's crazy. Yes, he's fucked up. But so many other people in the same process of trying to find evolution, to try to find and test and do lots of new things. It sounds very familiar to a few crazy people in history we've had, to be fair with you, so I don't want to make a fortune. You've done that. We've done that already. Did you think it would be justified? Was your betrayal because this is what you think it takes to evolve? Human nature hasn't inched since the Stone Age. We are suffocating under the weight of words. Like, yeah, in terms of our evolution, how much have we really evolved since that Stone Age? Like, how have we gone backwards? Because at the Stone Age, we were strong, we were like proper, like, domination, like, dominated animals. But then, as life got easier and easier and easier, we've kind of devolved. Things that we've stopped because we've had nothing higher than us on the food chain in order to keep our evolution going. Because that's what's needed to cause evolution. Like, you need something, a predator or a force in order to change that. That's why when we do so many breeds of dogs, for instance, it harms the dogs like over a long period of time, because they keep changing and changing and changing, or getting smaller and smaller and smaller, in order to a point where they're not safe anymore, to a point where they can barely support their own bodies anymore. And it's sad and it's messed up, but that's just how it works. And without that, we kind of stagnate about it. And then we're definitely suffocating under the weight of our words, or the weight of words in general. Have you seen the amount of butthurt people that get annoyed just over a video comparing two different singers? Like, if you put Floor against any other person and you say the other person won, the fan base goes absolutely crazy. It's just like, in their words, mate, who cares like what I think, what anybody else thinks? It's literally like, you gotta love that epic plug straight into, you've gotta love how crazy people can get over just an opinion. Like, why does it matter what I think? Like, I'm just a random YouTuber. I say what I think basically the majority of the time. Whether it's right or wrong, it's just my thought. There's my opinions on everything, man. And yeah, then under appeal for acceptance, you can't see the dead end. Like, no, like, most people can't, man. People want that acceptance. They want those likes and things. People honestly think when they dislike a video, it makes a difference. The only difference it makes, literally, is that it gives the person more views, more interaction, more everything else, and just helps them. So I'm just like I literally saw a comment on your video, I think it was school, that like, well, we've disliked your video enough now that we've made our point. Like, what point? You made my video more popular. Thank you. That's awesome. That's great. Like, yeah. And then still, faith is not faith once it requires evidence, yet gas is needed just to start the car. So yeah, faith is not faith once it requires evidence, because faith is meant to be faith, right? It's not meant to be anything like that's meant to be logical. Like faith is never meant to be a logical thing that's meant to make sense and all of that stuff, man. But still, and then the gas, like, or the flame is needed just to start the car, but that flame is needed to have the religion be built under something, because if you don't have the evidence, if you don't have the flame underneath it, the gas to ignite it, then faith and the car will not start. So it's kind of two sides of the same coin. You do need that gas to make that flame burn in order to make that all make sense, right? But still, way too much explaining on my part. Man, going crazy. That was awesome, man. That was absolute craziness. But the actual plot of this album is like masterfully done. So much depth to it. You can see every single point going towards it, man. You gotta love it. And yeah, I need 2 songs to go, man. Like, we're almost there. My voice is tired, but I think I got 2 more songs in me, kinda. We'll see as time goes on, man. I hope you guys are enjoying this though. This concept is absolutely like mind-blowingly good. Like, I know I was expecting like an average like mid-range album. Like, now I'm at like a top tier album. Like, not my genre of music specifically, but still top tier album. Like by a lot, man. Sure.